game of the week from Staten Island, New York. This morning, it's Tottenville versus New Dorp High School. Participating advertiser is your Chrysler Plymouth dealers, the number 1.
Hello, everybody. I'm Aubrey Lewis, and we're here to bring you High School Game of the Week. Today, Spencer Ross is working with us from WCBS Radio. Spencer, good to have you.
Aubrey, this is really a pleasure. When Marty Glickman, who is out this week, and hopefully Marty's home right today and getting set for the to come back to these telecasts, when he called me, I get a lot of calls to do a lot of broadcasts, professional events. This is one of the biggest kicks of my life, to come back and actually be involved in a telecast of a game involving schools that when I was a kid growing up in New York, I played against. And one of the teams that's going to be playing today, New Dorp High School, when it comes to football, this has to be one of the most feared teams around. This is truly a great day for me, and the crowd's going to love it. We're going to hear a lot of noise from them.
We sure will. Well, thank you very much, Spencer. Why don't you get up there and see if we can get the game going, and I'll introduce the team.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's start off from Tottenville.
Co-captain Tony Lotito, right guard, senior. Co-captain John Fierro, quarterback, senior.
Captain Phil Newman, defensive end, senior.
Mike Valenti, defensive end, senior.
Larry Fox, linebacker, senior.
Wait up, we didn't hear that.
Larry Fox, linebacker, senior.
Okay, Larry.
Mike D'Ambrose, defensive tackle, senior. Bob Pearsall, defensive tackle, senior.
Jeff McIntosh.
Greg Lincini, linebacker, senior. Mike Gilson, defensive back, senior. Greg Mayo, defensive back, senior.
Sean Carroll, defensive back, junior. Dan Wall, defensive back, junior.
Hey, John Drennan. John's been coaching here. You having any success? What does it look like this year?
Well, so far we're 4-0. We've had real good defense. Last week we came put it together on offense. So we hope for the same today.
24 points a game. That's a good offensive thrust.
Right.
Hang in there. Let's introduce your coaches.
All right. Al Paterzo.
Hey, Al.
How are you?
Good seeing you.
Joe Clawbore.
Hi, Joe.
How are you?
Brian Tetley.
Hey, John. Brian.
Trainer. Scott Palfrey.
Hey, Scott.
Phil Barbara.
Hey, who's minding the store?
Tom Bobnowski.
Okay, Coach.
Chick Ciccarelli.
Hey, Chick.
Bob Dapolito.
Okay, thanks.
Bob
Okay.
Miller.
Righto. Good luck. Okay. Well, let's get to some players now from New
Terry
Dorp.
D'Angelo, defensive back, senior.
Okay, Terry.
Chuck Cicero, senior, defensive tackle. Larry Toto, defensive end, junior. Ray Parada, safety, junior. John Cacao, center, senior. Baby Fat Sportman, guard, senior. Randy Moshe, junior, defensive tackle. Dan Wassell was offensive tackle, senior. Joe Sliven, offensive tackle, senior.
Maybe.
Terry Mazzella, tight end, junior. Mike Persico, right end, senior. Billy Carter, quarterback, junior. Frank Sananto, wingback, senior. John Satori, tailback, junior. Ed Kidney, fullback, junior. Tony Sano, linebacker, senior.
Okay. Val Sommer, 32 years as a coach, Al. I was only 3 when you started, baby. This is your first year using the T formation.
Right, that's right.
And you've used single wing all that time. What's the biggest problem?
Well, I think it was time for a change.
Time for a change.
Right.
Well, great. Let's introduce your coaches.
It's our statistician, Franklin Hunt.
Hey, Frank.
This is Ben Cirillo. He was our captain here in '57. He came back.
That's my year, baby.
Tom O'Connor, our
Hi,
trainer.
Tom. Great. Aubrey.
Paul Millsap.
Hey,
He's
Paul.
been with us
Great.
since
Hang in
'54. This is Dr. Panino, our doctor.
Doc, good seeing you, baby. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you do it. Well, you've seen them. Everybody thinks they're going to win all the time anyway. We've never had anyone say they're going to lose, and both of these teams are tough. Let's get back upstairs and see what the ball game looks all about.
Okay, Aubrey, the clubs are getting set for the opening kickoff, and we'll have it coming up in just 1 minute.
Homemakers tired of messy spill.
John Hogarty to kick off for Tottenville. They're in the dark jerseys. New Dorp in the light. Back deep, John Sartori, number 35, number 26, Frank Parada, and number 88, Jerry D'Angelo. And here we go at New Dorp. Tip taken by one of the short men. This is Greg Garcia.
Wow.
Paul Markson making the stop, and New Dorp will take over. 1st and 10 for the New Dorp Central. Ball on the 33. Their quarterback, number 14, Bill Burke. Sartori, number 35. Kidney, number 33, the running back. And that's Kidney. Stop made by Greg Lentini, the outside linebacker.
Spencer Glenlatini did a real good job that time. He actually threw the men off with a good forearm shiver, and he's 5'10", 165 pounds. Looked real tough that time.
So we got a 2nd and 8 now, Aubrey. This is New Dorp with the ball in the spirit of high school football in New York City. And again, the handoff, Sartori. And he is racked up by number 27, Mike Gilsonen. And this youngster, Aubrey, Mike Gilsonen he's already intercepted 5 passes this year, had 8 last year, and according to Coach John Drennan, he's really the superstar in this football team.
Well, he is. He's a tough one. He has got great lateral moves, and he goes to the ball, gets it at its height.
3rd and 4 now for New Dorp. Mix-up. Kidney got the ball, and New Dorp will have to punt it away. Mike D'Ambrose making the stop.
Well, you call that a mix-up. That was really just a supercharge by D'Ambrose. He actually moved in on the count. And sometimes when you can catch the count, you're in clover. And he was there. He actually got to the ball just about the time the halfback did.
And the man making the stop was D'Ambrosia. His dad, by the way, is the director of personnel for New York City. Mike Persico to punt the football for New Dorp. And he gets it away. Kind of a short kick. Bouncing at about the 40-yard line. And Tottenville will have the football for the first time this afternoon. No score here in the first quarter. 10 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. For Marty Glickman, this is Spencer Ross along with Aubrey Lewis. Tottenville putting it into play. 1st and 10 on the 39. Center coming out is John Hogarty. The quarterback, John Pirro. The setbacks, Jimmy Yorks and Jerry Azanaro. Yorks number 44, Azanaro 35.
Good screen.
That's Mike Rotula. And a good move by Mike Rotula. Jerry D'Angelo made the stop. Rotula, a junior. 5'10", 165 pounds, and he brings that ball up to about the 48-yard line.
You know, on that play, he did an outstanding job, Pirro did. He acted as if he were going to throw downfield. He looked downfield. Then he looked to his left, to the near side, and threw the ball. Great job on his screen. You have to be an actor.
2nd and 1 now. Guadalupe and Rotula are the running backs now. And this is Guadalupe, and he didn't get that first down. Chuck Cicero, the right tackle, and Tony Santo, number 1. And he is number 1, the captain of this New Dorp club, making the stop. Third down now, and just about 2 for Tottenville. The quarterback, John Pirro, a senior. And on 3rd down, he gives it to Rotula. And he comes up, I believe, a bit short of that first down.
And Chuck Cicero, again, he's 6 feet, 225 pounds, and he is doing some job. Actually, on that last play, Mike Persico was in there also, both 175 and 178. And these youngsters are doing a whale of a job in that middle.
So it'll be a 4th down situation. And Aubrey, what amazes me, we finally have a bit of silence. The great thing about high school football, the band, the cheerleaders, they just never stop. Mitch Newman will kick it away. 3 men back deep for New Dorp. John Sartori is the man in the middle, and a booming kick. This is Sartori at about the 15. And he gets up to the 25. Good kick and a good return. So New Dorp will have the football for the 2nd time this afternoon. with 6:16 remaining in the first quarter. This is a big game here in Staten Island. And Tottenville only in its 5th year of football. But they are a powerhouse. Right up the middle to about the 27-yard line, Ed Kidney. And Phil Newman made the stop. And this is quite a youngster for Tottenville, Aubrey. Honor student, 93 average. All-state honors in football. He scored 1,300 in his college board.
Yeah, he was talking to me early. He said he wants to be a doctor, and I'll tell you, that's involvement. My kind of guy.
2nd and 8. This is Sartori, and he is tripped up nicely by number 80, Phil Newman, the youngster we were just talking about.
And Phil is doing a good job. See, the most important thing he's doing out there right now is keeping the blocker away from his body. And that's what he's doing with a tremendous forearm shiver. He's making his initial hit, keeping the man off of his body so that his legs can move to the ball carrier, and he sticks that nose in there.
3rd down and about 7 now for New Dorp. Over the middle. Nobody there. Intended for Mike Persico. But lefty Billy Perk overthrew him, so New Dorp will have to punt it away again.
You know, you think about this. Sal Soma, this is his first year after 32 years of coaching, his first year using the tee. And let me tell you something, he's got to be a little confused. He's been using that single wing all those years, and the thing that gets it on the single wing is there's always someone in front of the ball carrier. There's always a blocker, and he said that kills him when he can't see the blocker in front of the ball carrier.
Well, he's
punt formation.
He's got a lot of juniors on this club. And there's the punt, Persico's kick. Picked up by Azzanaro at about the 45, and that's where Tottenville will put the ball into play. You got to give credit to Sal Soma, really, after 32 years, to try and find out how the other side's been living all these years.
It's a funny thing. He said, and I quote, "I've been doing it a long way. I just had to see what the tee was like before I gave it up." You know, he's a real man. And what records he's had in the past.
170 lifetime victories as a high school coach. That is quite an achievement. 25 years here at New Dorp. Right up the middle, Jerry Azzanaro. And Chuck Cicero, we've been mentioning his name quite often, the right tackle making the stop for New Dorp.
Again, Chuck has great lateral pursuit. He's moving in, and he smells that ball. He's watching the ball at all times. What they probably will do later on is trap or go away from him and come back on counter plays.
2nd down and 6 now for the Tottenville Pirates. Once again, Azzanaro, and he's got a 1st down into New Dorp territory. Frank Parada, the strong safety, making the stop. Outside cornerback, right side, Jerry D'Angelo helping out. So, 1st down for Tottenville, and that's the first one of the ball game.
Well, he did a good job. He actually got 4 of those yards just because he was watching where he was going. His head was not down. He was looking, and he actually jumped the pack.
Jerry Azzanaro, 5'9", 175 pounds. He's a junior. Wears number 35. On 1st and 10 now for Tottenville. And the pitch out goes to Jim York. And he loses about a yard in the play. Carl Sinagra, a junior cornerback, making the stop. Jimmy Yorks, by the way, also plays the outfield for the baseball team here in Tottenville. And a fine all-around athlete, according to his coach, John Drennan. Aubrey, could we have picked a more beautiful day? I think Marty planned it this way for me.
Oh, my goodness. This is something. It's just unbelievable. The weather is perfect. We've been kissed by the sun.
2nd and 11. This is Jimmy Yorks again. And he gets down to about the 40-yard line. Pickup of 6. Mike Persico makes the stop. So it'll be a 3rd and 6 now.
And number 63, Mark Anderson, who was 6 feet 200, went over and made an excellent cross block, trap block on the outside tackle to allow him to get down there for those yardage. Great job. Well-drilled team.
John Drennan in his 3rd year as head coach for Tottenville. 3rd and 4. And John Pirro, the quarterback, kept it himself. Kind of a naked reverse type play, and John Sartori came up to make the stop. And that's another thing about this New Dorp club. 4 of the youngsters go both ways. Sartori, their best running back, also plays a safety position. And he was there on the defense.
Mike Persico was shaken up on the play. Jimmy, it's 4th down. Moving around his knee and his ankle. He seems to be pretty good. Miss Persico, I think he probably got a little pop in the upper thigh.
Unofficially 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter as they look at Mike Persico, New Dorp High School, and that's where we're at this morning. And this school opened its door to students in 1936. 2,800 students at New Dorp, and a great tradition as far as football is concerned. There is young Persico, and Aubrey looks like his right leg.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, one thing I enjoy about this New York League, in fact, football all over the country, just tremendous medical attention they give these youngsters, and they never want to take any chances, so they're helping him off, and as soon as he gets to the sidelines, they'll take a real good hard look at it, tape him up, and he'll be back in there.
And Don Geisler will take his position.
Jimmy, right to left. Right to left.
4th down now, and Mitch Newman, the brother of that other youngster we spoke about, Phil Newman, and also an honor student and a junior, punts another beauty. Sartori has it in the 15.
That was a gutty catch.
I tell you, I am impressed with the way this Mitch Newman, punts that football for a high school kid, Aubrey.
Absolutely. He's getting good yardage on it. He got about 45 yards that time, but the thing he did, he got the ball up in the air and allowing his linemen a chance to get down there and cover it. They covered it well. It was only about a 3-yard return, if that much.
So 1st and 10 now for New Dorp. The running backs remain Ed Kidney, number 33, John Sartori, number 35. And the handoff goes to Kidney. Phil Newman making the stop.
Bob Pearsall was also in there. He's the number 65. He's doing a whale of a job also. He has that big piece of rubber on his forearms. It gives you a chance to keep that man off. You have to keep that offensive blocker away from your body.
They're at the 15-yard line, 2nd and 7. The pitch out goes to Ed Kidney. And great pursuit over there by Tottenville's Greg Lantini, the outside linebacker, and making a good play.
Yeah, Lantini turned it on. He actually got through there and looked to the outside, and he beat him to the point. And that's the key. Kidney was good, beginning to start wide. Instead of going straight at Kidney, he sort of looped a little bit, made a good tackle, loss on the play.
And it's a 3rd down and about 13 yards now. The ball down at New Dorp's 13-yard line. A scoreless first quarter. Frank Salento comes wide to the right, number 9. On 3rd down and right up the middle goes Kidney. Larry Fox makes the stop, and it'll be 4th down for New Dorp. This youngster, Larry Fox, Coach Drennan was telling me, one of the nicest kids on the club, a real kind of a flaky kid. He kind of leads artificial coaching sessions, imitates the coaches, all in good humor and good nature.
I was looking at that little note there. I was wondering what flaky meant.
Here's the punt.
Look at that punt.
Taken by Glenister. And Bob
Looks like we might have a roughing the kicker on that one.
Tim Thatcher punted the football that time, and we may have a penalty, as Aubrey pointed out. Aubrey, I think you hit it on the head.
Yeah, there's that little red and white flag that you throw on the ground, and it's going to cost him 15 yards, roughing the kicker. He actually had his foot extended and was hit right, well, it was a pretty tough hit. And he really wasn't acting it out, so 15 yards, they got a 1st down.
And a big play for New Dorp, because Tottenville would have had that football at about the 40-yard line of New Dorp. And now the Centrals of New Dorp, 1st and 10 from their own 30. The handoff goes to Sartori, and he's up to about the 33-yard line. Mike D'Ambrose making the stop. So it'll be second, we'll call it 7 for New Dorp. Coach Sal Soma's football team, a record of 2-1-1. 5 city championships. Second down now, the handoff again to Sartori. He gets up to about the 35, and again that youngster, Phil Newman, there to make the stop.
But you know the man we're missing, and he's generally at the bottom of that pile. So I'm referring to number 56, the middle guard, Joe Wainwright, right? And he is doing some job. We're seeing the other people hit, but if you look real carefully, you'll see right down there around the ankles or around the knees is Joe Wainwright.
We'll watch number 56 right in the middle of your screen. His quarterback, Billy Perk, is in a lot of trouble. A big loss. Great pursuit. Greg Lentini over there along with Frank Valenti, number 58. Lentini, number 54. And it'll be fourth down for New Dorp.
That looked like it was going to be a screen right or screen to the near side, and that's why he seemed not to be really looking downfield, and he did a real good job on that pursuit. Total right side of that Tottenville line.
Tim Thatcher will punt the football away, standing back at about his own 10. Oh, and it bounced right over.
Good roll.
Guadalupe, and it goes down to about the 40-yard line. Jim Kosha covering it. So New Dorp gets out of a bit of a hole here with minute 7 unofficially remaining in the first quarter. Still scoreless. But Tottenville back on its own 42-yard line.
And Tottenville's a very explosive team. They've had, oh, there he is. That's old Soma. I shouldn't say old Soma. That's a young man, 32 years in the game.
Sal Soma, the head coach of
What a guy.
First and 10 for Tottenville. This is Jimmy Yorks, and a great ankle tackle by number 88, Jerry D'Angelo.
And without that ankle tackle, he's all the way. Real good move on the part of Yorks. He went through, skid to the near side, and was ready to take off.
5-yard pickup for Tottenville. First man out of that huddle. Number 52, John Hogarty, the center. Wide to the right, John Foley. And we got a flag. Flag on the play.
Probably an illegal procedure against Tottenville.
That is the call. The referee, by the way, is Frank DeSantis. The umpire, John Iannone. The linesman, Billy Shaw. And the field judge, Don Duran.
None better.
So second down now and 10. The pitch out.
What a job.
Has a narrow, going nowhere. Larry Toto, the left end, breaking through and making the stop.
You know, he was hit by the tackle, then again hit by the fullback, and he cracked both of them. Again, he used his forearm shiver to keep the men away from his body, went in there and made a good nose tackle.
Third down at about 16, and this could be the last play of the first quarter. The scoreboard clock, which is not the official clock here, reads 0-0-0, and here's quarterback John Pirro. And Pirro, down he goes. Ray Smith brought him down, but the man who really made that play possible with some tremendous pursuit was Randy Moshe, number 77. Had Pirro running for his life. And it'll be fourth down again here for New Dorp.
According to John Drennan, that's one of their most successful offensive plays. His ability to, what do you call it, scamper or
scramble?
Scramble, yeah. Sorry, Monk.
Fourth down now. Mitch Newman to punt the football away. And another boomer, my friends. This is Sartori at the 23, and he's not gone anywhere. Oh, what a beautiful punt. And let's just try and figure that out, Aubrey. 27-37, about 45 yards from the line of scrimmage.
With no return. Real good move.
Mitch Newman, a junior, an honor student, 6'1", 210 pounds. And right now, the first quarter gun sounds. So at the end of the first quarter of play, there's no score here at New Dorp between Tottenville and New Dorp High School.
Attention.
A look at the crowd here at New Dorp High School. For Marty Glickman, this is Spencer Ross along with Aubrey Lewis. Marty, hope you made it home and hope you're sitting back relaxing and enjoying this football game. Marty, hopefully we'll be back next week or the following with high school football here on WPIX.
Don't stay in the house. Get outside and see a good football game.
Walk around. Run around the block a couple of times, Marty. John Sartori on the carry. And Jeff McIntyre, the middle linebacker, making the stop. For 2nd and 10 now for second down for New Dorp. And they need about 9 yards.
Second down, 8.
New Dorp's quarterback is Billy Perk. The running back's 33, Ed Kidney, 35, John Sartori. And this is Sartori. He is the workhorse. Unable to get outside. Joe Wainwright, the middle linebacker, in there again to make the stop. So a third down situation now for New Dorp. Just underway here in the second quarter. High school football. Aubrey, I'll tell you for myself, really a refreshing change. This is super. The crowd response, the feeling, the color, the spirit, it's beautiful.
Don't say it too much. Others will begin to believe it and they'll be out here. No, it's just a pleasure. I'll tell you, the excitement. I'm sure professional football is great and college football is great, but there is nothing in my mind that beats a real top-rate high school exposure. And I'm talking about the band, the cheering, the boosters, the fathers, the everything. And it's not catching the ball. It's not always winning. It's being out there doing your job.
Offensive holding called on New Dorp. Brings the ball back to their own 13-yard line. 2nd and 21. Oh, we got a fumble maybe. No, he got rid of the football, Billy Perk did. The big play there made by John Kelly, who knocked that football away.
Actually, that was a very close one. His arm was just beginning to release, and so the ball went forward. Other than that, it would have been a fumble, and they've been down deep in their territory.
Third down now, 21 for New Dorp. The Centrals have found themselves backed up in their territory most of the morning thus far. Let's see what quarterback Billy Perk does here. We got a penalty right here before this play gets underway, and might have been some movement in the New Dorp line. And that's what it was. Another 5 yards. Illegal procedure. Referee Frank DeSantis making the call.
Third down, 29.
Third down now and about 28 yards for the Centrals of New Dorp. At about the 6-yard line. This is John Sartori. And Sartori up to about the 17. Greg Lentini made the stop, and although no first down, it does help the situation a bit for the Centrals as they're out of the shadow of their own goal line right now. They'll have to punt it away one more time.
Real good defensive moves on the part of Tottenville. Good lateral pursuits, good middle linebacking. I'm really impressed with this Wainwright. He is hitting in there.
Guadalupe and Glenister are back deep. Thatcher's kick. Guadalupe had trouble with it, and out of bounds it goes at just about the midfield stripe. So a good punt, 33 yards, and it takes New Dorp out of a heck of a lot of trouble. And Tottenville will put it into play from the New Dorp 48-yard line. Second quarter, no score. John Hogarty, the center, out of the huddle, number 52. Lannister goes wide to the left, number 29. Running backs are Yorks and Azanaro. And this is Azanaro. Down to about the 46-yard line. Ken Sadel making the stop.
Yeah, Ken did a job that time. Again, he kept the men off his body. He moved in there. He stuck the nose. But the biggest thing he did that time, he kept his feet moving so that there wasn't a great deal of movement after the hit.
2nd and 8 now for Tottenville. The quarterback, John Pirro, number 7. The handoff to Jimmy Yorks. He's inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. Tony Santo, the captain of the New Dorp Centrals, number 1, and number 77, Randy Moshe, making the stop. And a first down.
Tito and Murphy did a great job that time clearing that hole. It was just simple blocking, no cross block, just hit, move their men to either side, and good movement on the part of the running back.
Tottenville on the move, 1st and 10 from New Dorp's 38. Jimmy Yorks, and he got room inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Don Geisler making the stop from his right side linebacker position.
Spencer, this is that which they do well. Move that ball well to the inside. They don't have a great deal of speed to get to the outside, but big power up that middle, and that's the reason they're now 24 points per game and on the scoreboard the way they are in a 4-0 record. Tottenville is on the move.
2nd and 2 now from the 29. And John Pirro. Pass is complete to John Hageman, his tight end. Hageman down to the 25. And a great reception by him.
Looks like we have a penalty on a late hit on the part of number 23. Sinagra. It could have been called either way. Of course, the official.
We got nullifying penalties.
What's that mean?
Penalties on both clubs. So the ball's going to come back. Aubrey to the 29.
Well, then we don't need that long explanation as to why I disagreed with his call.
And I was taking notes too. 2nd down now and 2. For Tottenville. They're on New Dorp's 29 and driving. This drive started back on the 48 of New Dorp. This time Jimmy Yorks gets the call, and Jimmy Yorks near the goal line down to about the 5. Mike Diodora finally made the stop, but not before. Jimmy Yorks picked up 24 yards down to New Dorp's 5.
And Spence, Jimmy Yorks wanted that goal line. He looked at it, he saw it, and he just kept powering through there. Good move, good blocking up front, but a super effort.
It's down at the 10-yard line. Pickup of 19. First down for Tottenville.
Ooh, what a
Jerry Azanaro was creamed by Chuck Cicero.
Yes, indeed.
Cicero, number 75, and he practically took him apart.
You know, I heard that from up here. I really did. That was a good hit, folks. Chuck, you're on my team.
2nd down now, and goal, just inside the 10 for Tottenville. Jimmy Yorks, and he's down to about the 5-yard line. Randy Moshe, M-O-C-C-I-A, making the stop. He's another one of the New Dorp Centrals who goes both ways. He's a left tackle on the defense, and Moshe plays the left tackle position on offense. 3rd down now. Ball at about the 6-yard line.
Big play.
Now let's see what John Pirro, the quarterback, calls here for Tottenville. He gives it to his big back, Jimmy Yorks, and he's down to about the 3. Tony Santo, number 1, the captain for New Dorp, made the stop. So what do you do here, folks? No score, 17-14, remaining in the first quarter. Here's the biggest play of the ball game thus far. On 4th down, Tottenville About
everybody's looking to their left.
They flank Lenister to the right side. Into the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for John Foley. The wide receiver, number 87. And oh, mighty close. But New Dorp holds.
That was a good defensive move on the part of New Dorp. You know, there are little things in high school football that we can see from up there. And it's those real good athletes who see it down there. Now, as Tottenville came out, everyone looked to their left. You knew that ball was going left. Now, of course, if they all looked to their left and run right, you're in trouble. But just those little things, you could see that time. Good defensive move on the part of New Dorp.
So New Dorp now stopping Tottenville, and they try and get out of the hole with the quarterback, Billy Perk, taking it up the middle. And that young man who Aubrey has mentioned so often thus far this morning, Joe Wainwright, the middle linebacker, making the stop.
You don't see Wainwright too much. He's down in the dirt. He's down there around the ankles, not too much of a show. Just get the job done.
He's also a member of the Tottenville wrestling team. 2nd and 9 now. Going nowhere is Ed Kidney. As Bobby Pearsall.
I've got to tell you a story about a wrestler I knew, Babe Bizignano, and he had sons, both sons. Well, I think both are doctors now. Went to Notre Dame with me, but Babe was telling me he must go about 250, and he said, gee, and I ended up with 2 little sons that don't even do anything. So his son went out for football just for the heck of it in high school, and he wasn't much of an athlete at all, but he went down there and jumped on the pile late and was called for unnecessary roughness. Babe said that was the greatest thing in his life.
3rd down now. And Billy Perk going nowhere again, and New Dorp's going to have to punt from down about the 2-yard line, 1-yard line we might even call it. Mike D'Ambrose making the stop. And there, look.
There they are.
At the New Dorp cheerleaders. Let's listen.
That ND kind of reminds me of Notre Dame. Talking about some flaky people at a ball game. That's
Tim Thatcher will punt it away. And gets off a pretty good kick. Guadalupe lets it bounce, and out of bounds it goes. So it'll be 1st and 10, and Tottenville again with tremendous field position. 5:01 remaining in the first half. No score. You know, Aubrey, this whole New Dorp situation, it's kind of like a version of All in the Family. For the first time since 1963, the Centrals do not have a youngster named Branda Fine in the lineup. They went through 4 brothers in the last decade, and they all wound up playing over at Wagner College here in Staten Island. For Tottenville, 1st and 10, and the handoff goes to Jerry Azzanaro. Randy Mosher making the stop.
You know, you think about that. Evidently, the family didn't have that real zest that those folks had that went west. Oh, there is
I believe that's us. Hi there, folks.
Mom, Stephanie, and everybody. Hello.
2nd and 8, and I believe we're going to get a delay of game call here on Tottenville. 4:23 remaining. You said hello to a Stephanie.
Yes, she is a lady, my associate and secretary, who always gives me the directions to the game.
Oh.
Calls up and gets the directions, and today it was perfect. I got here an hour and a half early.
Must have extremely perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I got a son named Stefan at home. He was just 3 this week. In fact, we're celebrating his birthday, and Daddy will be home for the big party in a little while. 4 minutes unofficially remaining in the half. And we got no penalty there, just a bit of a mix-up on the chain. And there's the band, and we're going to be hearing the Tottenville band at halftime. Jimmy Yorks. And Ken Sadel makes the stop. Ball down to about the 25-yard line now, where it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 3 for Tottenville.
Yeah, that's a pretty girl.
Mike Cotula on the carry, and Jerry DeAngelo making the stop. Short of the first down. It'll be fourth down now for Tottenville. So a big fourth down play here, and 2 from about the 25-yard line for Tottenville. The handoff goes to York, and we'll wait for the signal from the official. Enough for the first down to about the 21, and Tottenville keeps the drive going.
56, Brad. 5 Tottenville.
First down, Jimmy York.
What a
And
power.
York's the power, as you say it, Aubrey. What a move. Mike Theodora made the stop, but inside the 10-yard line. Down to about the 5. And a first and goal from the 5-yard line for Tottenville, looking to break the scoreless tie. Jimmy York. He is the workhorse for this club. Tony Santo, number 1, made the stop. 2:17. That's an unofficial time remaining in the first half.
44.
Tottenville considered the favorite in this game. They're undefeated. Dorp can head into that locker room, stopping Tottenville again. They'll have the momentum swinging to their side. Dorp has not been out of its own territory all morning. The 2-minute warning now here prior to the running of the next play. The quarterback, John Pirro, over speaking to his coach, John Drennan, now back out onto the field. And Aubrey, you're going to be speaking to young Mr. Wainwright, I believe, at halftime.
Well, yes, we'll try to get him a little later on, but we're going to start off with number 44, Jimmy Yorks, and then we'll talk to number 75. This is just after the half to see what these youngsters have to say about it and getting ready for that second half.
Second and goal. Oh! Jerry Azanaro took the football, and Tony Santo with a great stop. And now it's a third down and goal for Tottenville. Last time they had the football, they had a goal-to-go situation, unable to score. The football now at about the 3-yard line. Difficult to tell exactly from up here. Quarterback John Pirro gives it off to his running back, Mike Cotula. And Cotula winds up short of that goal line. Jerry DeAngelo making the stop. Fourth down now, about 2.5 yards. Cotula leaves, and Jerry Azanaro back into the lineup. Big play here. Unofficially, 53 seconds remain in the half. No score. Fourth and goal for Tottenville. The handoff. No, the fake. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Frank Parada with a big play. And Dorp out of danger once again. The pass intended for Bob Glenister. And a big interception by Frank Parada. Tottenville with a fourth and goal, unable to come up with a score. And Dorp has the football with 37 seconds remaining in the half. They're at their own 25-yard line. John Sartori, and he just couldn't get by that man. Up to about the 35, and the man was Mike Gilson. Number 27, Gilson, of course, the super defender for Tottenville. With 5 interceptions this year. He returned one 58 yards last weekend, as Tottenville came up with a victory of 14-0 over Fort Richmond. 31 seconds remaining in the half. The ball now at the 41, that is, of New Dorp. Big interception by the Central's Frank Parada, who's only 5'5", 130 pounds. But a mighty big man on campus today. They're the cheerleaders for New Dorp. Seconds unofficially remaining in the half. High formation. And Billy Perk looking down for Frank Salento. Incomplete. Back there defending Mike Gilsonen. And Coach Sal Soma not content to go into the locker room with a scoreless tie. He knows for momentum. And that interception by Frank Parada has given his club a little. "24 seconds unofficially. And you don't have to say strike up the band here at New Dorp. They are striking all game long. Bill Perk is complete to Sartori. And Sartori up to about the 45-yard line. Greg Lentini made the stop. 16 seconds remaining in the half, and again, a New Dorp timeout. They're playing Aubrey Lewis's song, the Notre Dame fight song. Aubrey is headed down to the field, and he'll be bringing his guests in. Third down now for New Dorp. They're at their own 46. They have yet to be in Tottenville territory all morning. This is the closest they've come to the 46. Burke is in trouble. Big number 65, Bobby Pearsall, clobbered him. And that should just about do it for the first half. Pearsall, the left tackle on defense for Tottenville, wants to be a marine biologist. Football team and New Dorp High School's football team. Aubrey Lewis is down on the field right now, so let's head downstairs to him. He has one of the New Dorp players, Chuck Cicero, and one of the performers for Tottenville, Jimmy Yorks. Aubrey?
Fine. Now we have here Chuck Cicero. Chuck, so far it's been a real tough one. Great hit by you right down there near the goal line. What did you do that time?
Well, I just shot the gap to my inside. I sort of gambled. Usually I'm supposed to line up head up on the tackle, and I gambled in towards the gap, and they happened to come my way, and I...
What a hit. We heard it all the way up there. It's probably one of the biggest hits you've had, isn't it?
I don't know what to say.
You hit a lot like that. How has it been so far out there?
It's really tough. They're really tough, Tottenville, and we're sticking right in there.
You got to stick.
Right. We're going to hold on.
Okay.
We won't give up.
I know you won't, baby. Hang in there. Go and see what you have to do. Let's talk to Jim Yorks over there. Jim, so far, real tough first half. You've been running well. What was that call down there about a 14-yard gain down there near the goal line?
Straight dive, 44 dive.
No trap?
No, straight blocking.
How is it out there?
They're hitting good.
They're hitting?
New Dorp's a good team.
Can you take it?
We should. We got to score early in the second half.
How are you going to do it?
Come to the air. We got to come to the air.
You can't do it on the ground?
They're holding us good down the goal line. I don't know.
So you go to the air and then come back to the ground?
Right. Try to mix it up a little.
Well, let's see. Jim says you're going to mix it up. Let's see what they do. Get inside and see what the coach has to say. Thanks for talking with us. Well, let me throw it back upstairs to Spencer. He's talked to two great athletes. Spencer?
Okay, Aubrey, and right now out on the field here at New Dorp High School, we have the Tottenville High School Marching Band. Tottenville High School, 51 years of age, and they've been in their new building now for the last 2 years. Their marching contingent, 150 strong. The co-directors, Nate Axel and Bob Comer. And this school is very proud of the most active and largest football fathers club in New York City. That's what they say. The Fathers Club really takes an interest in the youngsters. Right now, the marching band is out on the field. And we're going to head downstairs. Co-directors Nate Axel and Bob Comer leading the Tottenville Marching 150. But before we do, let's head back down to Aubrey Lewis. Aubrey?
Okay, we have Lisa Rampula. And Lisa, you are a cheerleader?
Yes, I am. New Dorp High School cheerleader.
Well, what do you do as a cheerleader? We hear you making all that noise, but does it make sense?
Yes, because we're here to spur on the team. We're behind them all the way, and we cheer to make them win.
Well, how do you know what to tell them? You don't know anything about football, do you?
Anything? Oh, I know everything about football.
What's a punt?
A punt is where it's usually on a third down situation.
Fourth down, cut it out.
Fourth down situation. And it's a kick, and they kick off to the other team.
Uh-oh. We're going to talk about traps and blocks in a few moments. Lisa, some of the things that you're doing in high school, what are they? What does a cheerleader do, and what kind of lifestyle must she lead?
Well, a cheerleader mostly is a very popular girl, and we try to make friends with everyone. And we try to set an example for the girls in the school by spurring our team on, getting involved in activities, and basically just being an all-around high school girl.
That's great.
And last week we had a Miss New Dorp pageant, which was put on by the SA, and where a cheerleader had won. And it was one of the prettiest and most popular, and the girl that did the most service to the school.
Oh, that's great. God bless you. Well, let's walk over and talk to Ron. Thanks for being with me, Coach. Hey, Ron, what's your position?
I'm an SO officer.
Ron, I talk to a lot of SO officers. Now, what do you do as an SO officer?
Well, we organize a dance at our school, a 50s dance, which we got a lot of cooperation out. We got 1,000 students come to the dance. We organize.
What do you do with the money?
We put it into the SO, and then we give it out to different clubs, like the football team, the baseball team. We have a lot of organizations. There's 14 clubs all together in our school, sports, girls and boys.
Ron Johnson, how did you become president?
Oh, well, I'm not the president. I'm just an officer. There's 4 officers.
Oh.
And,
well, we had an election. To an also ran? I thought I was talking to the key man.
No. We have 4 men, 4 people. Well, there's Mike Sanita, Lynn Herbert, Bruce Blank, and myself. And we all hold equal, you know.
I see. So you have a little different setup, and that's...
Yeah, right.
And you seem to work pretty well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Or if you agree all the time?
Yeah.
Most of the time?
All the time, all the time.
You've got a great team so far, 4-0. Can you win this one?
I'm sure we can. I'm sure the boys will pull it out.
Fine.
I'm just sorry I can't be out there right now playing with them. I broke my jaw a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay, keep your jaw back in shape. Well, we got a guy with a broken jaw, Ron Johnson, also officer and everything else. Let's get it back up to Spencer and see what's going on up there. Hey, nice song, Coach.
Aubrey, the participation of the students here at both these high schools, New Dorp and Tottenville. This a rivalry, which is really only 4 years old. New Dorp has won 3 of the 4 times. Just moments ago, a contingent from Tottenville crossed the field and came over to the New Dorp side, and they were razzed good-naturedly by the youngsters. And everything in good spirits. High school football, and really that's what it's all about. And if you haven't gotten out to see a high school football game in some time, I'll tell you honestly, I have not been out to a high school football game myself in some time. But you can be sure next week or in a couple of weeks to come, I'm going to make it my business to take my little boy out to see high school football, because they may not catch the passes and run the ball the way the pros do it, but there's a tremendous fun and a tremendous spirit involved. And a lot of the spirit is provided by the cheerleaders. Right, Aubrey Lewis?
That's right, but we have not cheerleaders as such. I guess they are cheerleaders, but aren't you ladies queens? And,
yes.
And what is your position?
I'm Tottenville High School.
And I'm talking to Donna Spicer. And you're queen of Tottenville High School.
Yes.
How did you become queen, Donna?
Well, the girls elected, the boys and girls, Tottenville High School elected girls.
And who are you going to reign over, honey? That's great. Well, we have another queen on this side, so why don't you just come on in? It's not very often that the old man gets surrounded by these young, pretty little girls. And what's your name there?
Vicky Morrow.
Vicky Morrow, you were selected, and rightfully so, from your young lady who talked earlier, she just said that you're just a doll.
Thank you.
So we want to congratulate you. What are some of the things that you're doing as cheerleader and as queen?
Well, I cheer for the football games, and since this is something new this year that on television, they asked us to come here and be interviewed at halftime. They never had that. They never had anything like that.
You mean
before.
just for us? You're here?
Excuse me?
You're here just for us? Well,
No, I'm here
here
for
they
my
are,
team.
just for us. Very good. Well, you're two queens, and we seem like we're going to have a great second half. We have nothing score. What can you do about this win, young lady? How are you going to make your team get on top?
I'm going to root for them. Maybe it'll be another game like Farrell, 0-0. I hope not.
Okay. Well, listen, it's very nice talking to both of you young ladies, and thank you very much for coming in. Okay, bye-bye. Well, when I get surrounded by young ladies like that, Spence, I get a little upset. Let me throw it back after you.
Okay, Aubrey. And both clubs still in their locker rooms. A scoreless football game, in case you just joined us, between New Dorp and Tottenville. It's the New Dorp's club just heading out of their locker room right now. Some of the players have already come out of the locker room. That's the Tottenville band you see out on the field. Down on the field, Aubrey Lewis down there, and he has a pair of the New Dorp players alongside and also a pair of the Tottenville athletes, and he's going to chat with them for a while. Aub?
Well, you know, men, come in a little closer. Last week we talked to two rinky-dinks from Lyndhurst and Dwight Merle High School. So I asked for two more rinky-dinks, right? You know, the guys that sit on the bench all the time, they don't play. And this is two rinky-dinks. How do you count this two? Two. So they gave me two from each team. Well, listen, some of the things that some of the fans are wondering about is a trap block. So could we explain a trap block? Could you explain the trap block to us?
When the guard pulls and hits the end.
When a guard pulls and hits the end. Okay, why don't you get down in this position, your three-point stance, and what's your name?
Sam Paula.
Sam Paula. And yours? Joe Mahaffey.
Paul Mark.
Paul Mark.
Pat Forth.
And Pat Forth. Okay, get down in your three-point stance. Get down in your three-point stance facing this way also. Yes. Okay. All right, now, on a trap block, and I'll be the man trapping. You get over here. You're on offense, too. Okay? Now, I am the defensive man. A trap block, this man would let me in, right? And I would begin to walk in, and holy smokes, here it is. Now, come over with the trap block. Okay, now here I am, you see? And there is the hole right in here. So that being the trap block. You allow this man to move right in, and then you trap him, okay? I hope you guys understand all this stuff. Gentlemen, show me some of the things that you do in a drill. Do you do that little three-point twist-up monkey rolls? Do you know how to do it? Show them how to do it, the three of you. Yeah, okay. They're going to do the monkey roll?
They don't do monkey roll.
Well, show them. Teach them in a hurry.
The three men. The middle man goes first. He dives and he rolls. The outside man dives over him and rolls, and then the outside dives over him.
Okay. The other, you're not bright enough to do this today. We're going to stay here and watch this thing. I'm just kidding, of course. Okay, ready? Okay, and now you see what they're all doing. It's not all football, it's a lot of fun. Let me throw it back up this fence for a moment.
Okay, Aubrey, and that youngster, John Mahaffey, you saw over there, a 93 average student, honors student, and the backup quarterback for New Dorp. We'll have the second half kickoff coming up in just a moment.
Europeans bring...
Behind these microphones with high school football within a week or two and a scoreless football game. So you just sit down, Marty, relax, and we got the second half coming up. Out there on the field, there you see the New Dorp High School Club. I hope you enjoyed the halftime show. Aubrey on the field with numerous halftime guests and a lot of fun. And that's what this is all about, folks. Nothing. The skill. Number 52 will do the kicking.
Don't.
Tottenville will be receiving a kickoff.
Is this mine?
Mike Guadalupe, number 22. On the left of your screen, number 29, Bob Glenister. Back to receive. Aubrey has made the trek down, back upstairs. And great halftime show. A lot of fun out there with the youngsters. Here's Fago's kick. It's a bit short. Bouncing at about the 25-yard line, and out of bounds it goes, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. And Fago will have to kick it off one more time. Aubrey?
You know, Spencer, one of the things that I really enjoy doing is talking to those athletes who really don't get in the ball game. We call them rinky-dinks. We tell them they're not smart enough to do a lot of things. But that's not really true. It's total involvement, and it shows you that when we see these super athletes out here playing the game, there are a lot of other people who are involved in that total program. And so my hats go off to these two youngsters, Joe Merhafferty and Sam Palak, also Pat Floy and Paul Markson. They never met each other, and they were trying to come up with whatever you call that monkey roll or something, and I thought they did a real good job.
Okay, Mahaffey, I mentioned somebody told me as you were talking to him, he's a 93 average student. Here's a low kick. Foley has it at about the 42-yard line, and that's where it'll be put into play by Tottenville. 1st and 10 as we are underway at a second half of football, a scoreless football game. First and 10 for Tottenville. John Pirro remains the quarterback. His running backs 44, Jimmy Yorks. He's to the right. To the left, it's Jerry Azanaro, 35, and it's Azanaro getting the call up to about the 45-yard line. Chuck Cicero, one more time, making the stop.
Yeah, there's a Dick Dow and his troop of not Cub Scouts, but the next one up. Weeblos. No, Weeblos, and they're from out there in New Jersey. They came over to be our guests.
And enjoying the football game. 2nd down and 7 as Jimmy Yorks gets up to about the 47-yard line before he is stopped. Randy Moshe, number 77, and number 23, Carl Sinagra, making the stop. 3rd down now. And 4 from the 46 for Tottenville. Just underway here in the second half. No score. Wide to the left goes Foley. To the right, Bob Glenister on 3rd down. Pirro over the middle, incomplete, intended for Mike Cotula. And Tony Santo back there defending.
Santo had an opportunity to pick that one off, and he was a little disappointed in himself, but he did an outstanding job. He moved well. He protected his little area and then moved over to knock the ball down. Good move on the part of Tony Santo.
And Aubrey will get another opportunity here to see Mitch Newman punt the football as he can really boom him. Only a junior. 6'1", 210 pounds. 4th down. High snap. Oh,
look at that kick.
This is Sartori at about the 17-yard line. Oh, beautiful kick, about 39 yards. And off that bad snap, that youngster just didn't let the pressure get to him.
And under pressure. He kicked that ball, a perfect spiral, went up, hung up there. And, of course, those are the kind you like to see. No returns at all.
1st and 10 for New Dorp. They've got the football on their own 17-yard line. They have been bottled up in their own territory all morning. The quarterback remains Bill Perk.
They're the cheerleaders.
Ed Kidney gets the call. And Frank Valenti making the stop at about the 20. Pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. The defense for Tottenville. Bill Newman, Bob Pearsall, Mike D'Ambrose, and Frank Valenti, the front 4. Larry Fox, Joe Wainwright, and Greg Lentini are the linebackers. 2nd down, Ed Kidney and Bobby Pearsall again making the stop at about the 21-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 for New Dorp.
Neither team has taken advantage of the outside. Now, it may be because they don't think they have the kind of speed to turn that in, but it's a kind of a tight game. Most of this plays going up the middle.
And this is Sartori, again up the middle, as Aubrey says. And Mike D'Ambrose there to make the stop. Another honor student in the Tottenville Pirate lineup, number 78, 4th down. And New Dorp will have to punt that football away. And they have had some trouble with their kicking today. Mike Persico, their regular punter, out of the lineup. He was injured in the first quarter. And Tim Thatcher to kick. Back deep, number 29, Bob Glenister, and number 26, Catula. And the ball bounces out of bounds in New Dorp territory at about the 47-yard line, where Tottenville once again will put it into play with good field position. Thus far, Aubrey, really the big difference has been the punters. Tottenville has picked up on the exchange each time 10, 15 yards.
They have, and now they must take advantage of this little outside move. They're the fans, the cheerleaders, cheering them on, wanting them to start their move. And this team is capable of doing it.
1st and 10 from the 47. Piero, he's gone for the Bob Glenister, and overthrown it was. Bob Glenister had a step on the defender, and Frank Parada was the man he had beaten, but Piero just overthrew him a wee bit.
That was a good 1st down call. He made a little jig to the outside and then moved on that post pattern, and Glenister was out there. Ball thrown just about 3 yards, a little too far. But it shows they have the potential, and let's see what Tottenville does this time.
2nd down and 10 now from New Dorp's 47. Piero hands it off to Catula, and Catula down to about the 44-yard line. Tony Santo, the left side linebacker, there to make the stop.
Santo's everywhere. He is following that ball very well. You notice he's got number 1, and that's a tradition with this club, this New Dorp club. The captain always has number 1 or wears number 1, and he is doing the number 1 job out there.
Sal Soma was telling me no such thing as 3 or 4 captains in his club. He goes with 1 man. He's his captain, and he is the man the club has to look up to. Plenty of time for Piero now. He's in a lot of trouble, and he gets it off nicely to Jimmy York. We got a penalty. Number 76. Looks like he's going to be picked up on a clip. Tommy Murphy, the right tackle. And that's what the call is going to be. It's going to be against Tottenville. That flag going down. There is Santo talking to the referee, Frank DeSantis.
Well, that's what happens when you have that scrambling type situation. You don't have the angle that you're normally used to, and you have to throw a block. And in this case, he threw a block, and the man had just turned aside. A little close, but a very good call by the official.
Clipping the call on Tom Murphy, a junior for Tottenville, and it brings the ball all the way back to the 37-yard line of the Pirates, where they've got a 3rd down now and about 26 yards. John Piero, the quarterback. Glenister goes wide to the right, number 29.
Oh, nice screen.
Good draw, right up the middle. Catula on a delay, and Jerry D'Angelo makes the stop. They get the ball back to the 48-yard line, but it'll be 4th down.
D'Angelo on that play had, I think he got hit with a good hit in about the soloplex, so his stomach hurts a little bit now, but he'll be all right.
Jerry D'Angelo, a senior, 5'9", 160 pounds. He is down, and that is the reason for the delay. The Tottenville boosters are making a visit to this side, Aubrey, and they pass almost unnoticed with their Tottenville banners. Usually you get the razzing and the screaming and the cheering and the confetti throwing. Nothing this time, as the New Dorp youngsters are more concerned about the condition of Jerry DeAngelo. And up he gets now.
Actually, he has been playing with a rather sore knee, so it's probably just a little reoccurrence of the pain, but he seems to be all right. He'll be popped over to the sidelines. He'll think about it a while, and then he'll get back in there.
He is replaced in the lineup by number 33, Ed Kidney, the running back. It's a fourth down situation.
There comes Soma. He likes to go right out there on that field and be with his people.
Mitch Newman to punt.
Gee whiz, 4 deep.
They got 4 men back deep. Oh, and Newman throws the football incomplete. Intended for Cotula, and he was wide open down to the New Dorp 40. Big gamble there by John Dredden. Oh, it's what makes it fun, Aubrey.
Yes, and that was a case of getting ready to catch the ball when, in fact, you don't have your feet under you. He looked the ball in, his feet slipped, and then, of course, it hit his baby fingers. I call them the pinkies, and then down to the ground. Good call, though.
Good call. Mitch Newman threw the football. He hurried it a bit, had plenty of time. Had Cthulhu wide open. And for the first time, New Dorp is in Tottenville territory at the 49. In motion, Salento. Salento gets the pitch. And out of bounds he goes. Joe Wainwright knocking him out. A lot of movement, a lot of yards run, but no gain on the play.
Great lateral pursuit by number 54. Lentini and number 56 Wainwright both moved very well along that line, and that's why that play didn't go. It was actually a good option play. The quarterback moving out there very well and then pitching that ball at the last minute. Perk did a good job.
7:22 unofficially remaining in the third quarter. Still no score. Salento again in motion. Kidney gets the call, and that's where he got hit. Number 65, Bob Pearsall, making the stop. A left tackle for Tottenville.
Well, Pearsall, that honor student and shot putter and everything else, that exposed youngster was exposed that time because he actually shot the gap, and the exposure got him right to the back and took him down in good fashion.
When you pick up a word, Aubrey, you stay with it, don't you?
I sure do.
Third down now, and 8 from the 47 of Tottenville for New Dorp. Salento again in motion.
Nice play.
Downfield, almost picked off by number 48 for Tottenville, Greg Mayo. John Sertori looked like he had it, but Mayo cut right in front of him.
He did, and Mayo looked like the outfielder that he is on a baseball team. He went up there, had his thumbs together, went after the ball, and went down. A little disappointed he didn't catch it because all he saw was daylight.
Tim Thatcher will punt it away, and we get a timeout called right here. Timeout called by Tottenville. They seem to have had a bit of a mix-up in sending their players out on.
He looks like he's in control. Moving out. Other athletes waiting for him to come and impart his words of wisdom, which simply means hang in there, tough men.
Glenister, number 29, Guadalupe, number 22, deep, as Tim Thatcher gets set to punt the football away for New Dorp. His best kick of the ball game. Taken by Cthulhu, and Cthulhu up to about the 23-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Tottenville.
Good coverage. Ed Kidney was in on the tackle, and it was one of those Kidney patent tackles. Low, hard, aggressive.
1st and 10 for Tottenville. We have no score in this ball game, and the Pirates of Tottenville have it on their own 25. Unofficially 6:34 remaining in the third quarter. Glenister goes wide to the right. Straight T formation. We got a flag in the play as Jimmy Yorks goes up the middle. Chuck Cicero again with another tackle. Number 75, the right tackle for New Dorp.
Looks like Mitch Newman that time, the left tackle, appeared to be moving. Here they are. Lovely ladies who actually get everyone spirited up. Real pleasure talking to three of those young ladies during the halftime, just to show the kind of action they're doing. And there's some more fans from New Dorp.
New Dorp boosters. Imploring the defense to hang up. Right up the middle, Jimmy Yorks up to the 30. That penalty for illegal procedure was declined. So it'll be a third down now for Tottenville. And Sadel made the stop, number 79. 3rd and 5.
You know, up in the pit, they're really hitting. It's surprising. In talking to Cicero during the halftime, he was pointing out that he shot the gap, and he must be shooting the gap an awful lot. And both teams are doing a whale of a job up front. We'll talk about them in just a moment.
Try and watch number 75 in the light jerseys on defense. Here's a 3rd down. Deep pass. Sartori for New Dorp was the only man down there, and he almost had an interception. The pass intended for John Foley, as Johnny Pirro completely overthrew him. So 4th down for Tottenville, and they've got to give the football away, and there the Tottenville cheerleaders going to work.
Yes, they are, and they try to talk from way down in the stomach. I guess they say down in the gut area. These young ladies, and sometimes you hear them hollering, and you wonder where they get that sound. It's a real tough, piercing type sound.
Mitch Newman will punt it away again. No trick plays this time as he boots the football to John Sartori on the 37, and Sartori is down immediately. Number 56 there to make the stop, Joe Wainwright for Tottenville, and New Dorp puts it in a play from the 40.
You know, Staten Island is a very proud football area. They think they play the best football around. They'll challenge Brooklyn or Manhattan or New Jersey or anyone around. And Sartori down there is leading the island now in rushing.
Number 35 for New Dorp. This is Salento in motion, and Sartori gets the call and back up the line of the scrimmage. Phil Newman, the first man to make the stop, number 80. New Dorp High School, still no score. Down, and we'll still call a 10 from the 40. Again, Sartori, and this time he is tripped up by Bobby Pearsall, number 65. We've got Tim Thatcher into the lineup, playing quarterback now for New Dorp. Number 19, Timmy, who's been punting since Mike Persico was injured earlier. But the second move, unable to make it. Again, Bobby Pearsall there to make the stop. So it'll be a 4th down.
That young man has been all over that field, Bobby Pearsall. He's been doing a whale of a job as up front. Right next to him, Phil Newman. Great job, number 80. Both real fine students. And another honor student right next to him, D'Ambrosi. So this is one of those highly intellectual lines that seem to be going in the right place all the time. And Frank Valenti at the other end.
A complete senior front four. Thatcher punts the football. Catula has it on the 35. 45. And down he goes at about the 47-yard line. Making the stop, number 44.
Greg Gosha. Quite an athlete. Moved down very well. Greg doesn't play very often. Again, just gets in there on special teams and did a job. I know he's very happy to go in there and make the tackle when, in fact, he gets a chance only in those special team situations.
The great love for the game that these youngsters have. And playing for people like John Drennan and Sal Soma. It kind of makes it easy. Here's Garcia. No, check that. Excuse me. That's Jimmy Yorks. Tony Santo made the stop. Up to the 46-yard line. Pickup of 1. 2nd and 9. There's the clock. Unofficially, that's 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter and a scoreless football game.
You know, when you think about this, both teams have only allowed 18 points all season.
That is not bad in 4 ball games. There's Yorks again. And Yorks, it's up to about the 48-yard line. Carl Sinagra, junior cornerback, number 23, making the stop. And, you know, I mentioned before I have a 3-year-old son at home, and he has a tremendous amount of energy. Nothing can beat this. I'll tell you, they never stop.
No way. No way. And those cheerleaders down there doing everything to get their team and their fans back in this ball game or ahead in this ball game. And no matter what happens or who wins, it will have been a great experience.
Third down now. At about 6. Foley, the tight end, and he has the football, and it's a first down in New Dorp territory on the 41.
Jerry D'Angelo on the tackle, a good tackle, but that was a perfect look in on the part of Foley. He just made his little move, got between the defender and the passer, caught the ball, protected it well with his thumbs together, and looked it all the way in. A good call, a good pass, great job.
Tottenville on the move. Once again from the 41 of New Dorp. The handoff going to Jerry Azanaro. And off tackle he goes to about the 38. Tony Santo. One more time with a tackle. The quarterback, John Pirro, on second down now, and 7. And Pirro on the option, looking for a block. And out of bounds he goes at the 35. Don Geisler making the stop at the 35-yard line. Third down now, and about 4 for Tottenville.
Spence, you were talking earlier about you've got someone at home who has a lot of energy. I thought you had twins.
We're losing our energy. They're 4 months old now. And,
I know you are.
We don't sleep much at night, but David and Jonathan, who were born a couple of months prematurely and weighed about 3 pounds apiece, are now up to the 10-pound mark and mighty, mighty healthy.
Oh, that's great.
We're very thankful. Third down now. And Stephan, their big brother's taking good care of them, along with my wife, Bernadette, of course. Pirro looking deep for Glenister. It is complete on the Bob Glenister on the 5-yard line. And what a catch this youngster made.
Spence, he almost gave up on that one. He looked back, he ran his pattern, he did not see the ball coming, and he was sort of hanging around to find out what was going on, and then there was the ball up in the air. And that last-minute little jug caused him to twist a little bit. It wasn't really the hit, it was the twist on his part. They're checking him out. He'll be all right. Nice catch.
Bob Glenister, the man who hauled that one in, a senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. And he got down under John Pirro's throw that time. Last week, Pirro threw a 52-yard touchdown pass against Fort Richmond. And he is up.
Yeah, he'll be all right. There he is, running to the sideline. As Mrs. Glenister looks happy again.
So goal to go here for Tottenville. As for the third time in this ball game, the Pirates have had a goal-to-go situation. They failed the first 2. 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Right up the middle, Jimmy Yorks. Don Geisler making the stop. Second down now. Ball at about the 5-yard line.
New Dorp gets tough in these situations. Actually, what they're doing now is they're shooting the gap and grabbing anything that they can. They're going with the fake. They don't care. They're grabbing that which comes through the hole, and New Dorp does some kind of job down here deep. In order for Tottenville to score, they're going to have to come up with some short trap or an exceptionally fine job on a rollout to the left side.
Second down, but we're not going to get this play off, I do not believe. The gun sounds, ending the third quarter here at New Dorp Heights, and Tottenville, nothing. Hey, Lewis, there you see it. Moving down toward the goal line. Tottenville, they've got a second and goal to go situation. And they need about 4 yards. Scoreless football game. And another key series right here. The quarterback, John Piero. The handoff to Catula. And Catula down to about the 3. Mike Catula. And once again, Tony Santo there to make the stop for New Dorp. I almost get the feeling, Aubrey, you could make a recording, Tony Santo on the stop, and punch it up just about every other time.
And you wouldn't be wrong, because this young man is playing a whale of a ball game. And, of course, so are his linemen, Cicero, Smith.
Third down now from the 3. Scoreless game. The handoff, touchdown, right up the middle, Jerry Azzanaro. And Tottenville is on the board in the opening minute of this final quarter. Some great blocking up front from the right side of that Tottenville line. Tony Lotito, one of their co-captains, and number 76, Tom Murphy.
And they powered out of there on that one, Spence, as you just pointed out. Moved in there, hit that ball game, and here is a key point right now.
Here is the extra point attempt now. Piero looking into the end zone. He might be able to run it in. He's to the 5, and he did not make it. John Sartori, the leading rusher on Staten Island, back there playing defense, the free safety, and he finally cut him down. So, the touchdown, the first one of the afternoon, but the morning, that is. You know, it's a funny thing. When you do indoor events, you're always saying tonight, and occasionally when there's an event you do in the afternoon, you're inside, you don't realize it's the afternoon, you wind up always saying tonight. It's the first time I've ever done a ball game in the morning, Aubrey.
Oh, and it's a great one, too. I don't know if I've ever seen a day this beautiful. Look at the cheerleaders there, kicking the legs up with the T for Tottenville right in front of them. Spirited youngsters. Tottenville ahead 6-0, and now they have that adrenaline moving. But this New Dorp team is not to be denied. A good defensive thrust. They've only allowed 18-6, 24 points all year.
John Hogarty will kick it off. 3 men deep. John Sartori back in the middle. Number 35, and it's a short punt. Short kickoff. Mazzello. Jerry Mazzello has it on the 35. Making the stop, number 47, Dennis Hansen for Tottenville. So New Dorp puts it in a play, and they've got to get some offense going here from their own 33-yard line.
Well, Sal Soman, his 32 years, have been behind a lot. But when we looked at those pictures down there, we saw year after year where they were 8-1, 8-0, 7-0, 6-1. Great scoring thrust.
Bill Perk still the quarterback. We got a fumble as Sartori booted the ball.
Spence, the reason for that boot that time was a bad exchange between the quarterback and the halfback, which actually was a result of a center snap which came a little early. And that's where that timing is so important.
So second down and 11 now. New Dorp with the ball. Salento in motion. He looks for Salento off his fingertips. Frank Salento. Greg Lentini back there defending. At Aubrey, you were talking about the tremendous record by Sal Soma. 170 victories in his coaching career. You talk about high school teams, many years playing only 6 and 7 games a year. City championships in 49, 56, 58, 59, and 64. And this man still loves his job just the way he did day one.
He does. And then just think, in his 32nd year, he switches from the thing he knows best, the single wing, to the tee. What a man.
Third down. Bill Pert over the middle, intended for Salento again. And Joe Wainwright was the man defending. And there is a pretty young lady watching the football game, a New Dorp cheerleader.
Yeah, she wants her team back on top now. And, of course, if New Dorp can get on the boards and then come through with either the extra point, which they've been doing very well so far, an extra point, or the 2 points in running, they'll be back in this ball game and ahead. New Dorp is that kind of team. Of course, they're back in punting position now.
And Tim Thatcher will kick it away. 26 Catula, 29 Glenister are back. This is Catula on his own 37. And finally down he goes at about the 42. Number 22, the man to make the first hit on him, Joe Kasha.
You know, Kasha is a very spirited athlete. Just watching him move in that secondary throughout the afternoon has been something. He's the kind of person, he's always there. No matter what happens, he's there.
New Dorp will have to hold him here. Unofficially 10:20 remaining. First and 10 for Tottenville from their own 41. The handoff goes to the first back through, Jerry Azanaro, and he gets about 5 yards. Randy Moshe making the stop. Tottenville has provided most of the offense here this morning. The New Dorp cheerleaders, oh, they know there's plenty of time left here.
Then again, that defense of Toto, Moshe, Fidel, Cicero, and Smith doing some job. They must hold on this play.
Second and 5. Glenister wide to the left. The handoff once again to Azanaro. And Randy Moshe, number 77, making the stop. We're in the fourth quarter. Third down and 6 now for, third down and 4, that is, for Tottenville. The New Dorp cheerleaders fully aware of the importance of this play. The Centrals have to stop them here and get that football back. Johnny Pirro, the senior quarterback, number 7. His pass incomplete, intended for John Hageman, the tight end. Carl Sinagra was back there defending, so New Dorp is held. Tottenville, the Pirates, will kick the football away, and the Centrals will get it back, and we still have 9 minutes unofficially remaining. The reason we keep saying unofficially, in professional football and college football, they now have gone to the clock as being the official timekeeper. In the high school ranks, it's still kept out there on the field. So that is your unofficial time. Mitch Newman will kick it, and he can boom him. Whoa, almost blocked. Number 79, Ken Seidel. Sartori makes the fair catch at about the 23-yard line. Ken Seidel came booming in there and almost blocked Newman's punt. But again, Aubrey Lewis, you got to give credit to Mitch Newman. He just stood there and put his foot right into that ball.
He sure did, and we've been calling him Seidel. His mom would be a little unhappy. I think they pronounced it Seidel. And Seidel went in there and did a whale of a job. But he hung in there, and that's the way he's been hanging in there all day, kicking that ball under pressure and getting good boots in the air. And, of course, he has them back on about the 27-yard line, so it was a very effective kick.
First and 10 for New Dorp. They've got to get moving.
Ooh, the hole.
Big hole for Sartori, and he gets up to about the 27, 28-yard line. Larry Fox making the stop, number 88. Pick up of 5. And a second down and 5 now for New Dorp.
Spence, the reason I said, ooh, the hole was to the outside. And here he comes in, number 35.
That's Sartori. And seems to be just limping a tinge.
Well, he's just going to get a little rest, but he's going back out.
Second down now. Great rush. Number 56, Joe Wainwright.
Had to be offside.
They came in mighty quick.
If they weren't offsides, that was the greatest rush I've seen.
And the offside is on Newdorp, though.
But the effect was the other way.
Third down now. The penalty is declined as quarterback Billy Perk was dropped back behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, long yardage. Salento in motion. We got a penalty on this play. The pass batted down on the line. Bob Pearsall deflected it away. The offside this time on Tottenville.
The action motion man was a cause for that offside. As he began to move around, it caused the defensive club just to move a wee bit.
So third down now for Newdorp and 12. Long yardage, big play here. They trail 6-0. Intended for Sartori, incomplete. Number 54, Greg Lentini, was back there covering. And the Centrals will have to punt it again. 7:48 remaining. And Newdorp trailing 6-0. Jerry Azanaro going over from about the 2-yard line with 11:14 remaining in this final quarter. Tim Thatcher will punt. Back deep. Number 22, Mike Guadalupe, and number 29, Bob Glenister. Thatcher, a low kick. Taken by Glenister. Glenister brings it back inside the Newdorp 40 to about the 39, where he's stopped by number 68, Russ Boardman. So good field position for Tottenville.
One more turn, defense!
Seems to be about 6 minutes left in the ball game. However, on the time clock, it's up at about 7:27, so you can see why one is unofficial.
The scoreboard does say 7:20 now, and officially it's more like 6 as John Pirro throws deep to Glenister, incomplete. Back there defending Mike Dianaro. So a 2nd and 10. This young John Pirro is not shy. Comes out throwing on first down. We've seen it 2 or 3 times this afternoon.
And that's in fact, on that particular play, and we have someone up there. Oh, look at there. With the
Looks like my family.
Hi, my family.
That could be triplets right there. I wish them the best of luck. 2nd and 10. And right up the middle. Ralph Guadalupe on the carry inside the 40. Third down now. And 5 for Tottenville. Under 6 minutes remaining. Glenister wide to the right. The quarterback, Pirro, throwing deep.
Interception.
Almost intercepted. Dianaro, number 13 back there, along with number 88, Jerry DeAngelo, as John Foley was the intended receiver. Might have been a good play right there for Tottenville had Newdorp intercepted.
Yes, in fact, that was a good, smart move on the part of number 13. He could have intercepted the ball, but instead he knocked it to the ground, and that now with the punt coming, it was a very good play.
They'll get better field position. Bad snap, but Newman on the short hop. Oh, look at this. Youngster kicked that football. And what about? Jimmy York covered the punt, but what a boomer by Mitch Newman. It bounced out about the 1. The line of scrimmage was about the 40-yard line, and then bounced back out to the 12. So 1st and 10 for New Dorp. They are 88 yards away from the goal line. There is the clock. That is the unofficial time, remember, and there's about a minute less than actually what that time says remaining in this football game. 1st and 10 for New Dorp. They trail by 6. Pitch out goes to Kidney, and great pursuit. Bill Newman making the stop, as he has done so often this morning.
That was a good play on the part of Noonan. He went to the outside. He smelled pitch, and so he went for it, made his move, good tackle. And, of course, had he not made that tackle, it would have been just about a 7-yard gain in view of the fact that the rest of the pursuit had not reached that point.
Loss of about 5, 2nd and 15. And going nowhere this time is John Sartori. It's Joe Wainwright, the man in the middle once again for Tottenville. Just about 4 minutes remaining. Tottenville finally getting on the board early in this 4th quarter. And that's the way we stand. 6 for the Pirates of Tottenville, 0 for New Dorp. And right now a timeout here. And that just could be for the 2-minute warning. So with a timeout on the field, the score with 2 minutes remaining is Tottenville 6 and New Dorp nothing.
On September 22nd, another...
Spencer Ross for Marty Glickman with Aubrey Lewis, and 4 minutes remaining. See that youngster running down through the middle of the field just out of your screen? That is young John Lewis, son and heir to the Aubrey Lewis fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what that is in a moment.
What did that mean? 2nd down and 15, a flag in the play. Over the middle, intended for Sartori, incomplete. Let's await the disposition of this call. Offside, Tottenville, and it undoubtedly will be accepted by New Dorp. 3:43 remaining. That was the 4-minute warning we received. New Dorp trails 6-0. 3rd down here. The ball at about the 14. 3rd and long yardage. And a big rush. And the man who led that charge was Greg Lentini, number 54. And New Dorp will have to kick it away again. Jeff McIntyre, number 64, also there.
Yeah, actually, McIntyre was in there causing the first duck. And a real good job on a part of his move. He faked a little to the inside, went around on a stunt to the outside to cause it.
So Timmy Thatcher will have to punt the football again from his end zone. Gets off a pretty good one. Lannister on the 37, 30, 25, and a good return, 12-yard return. And Tottenville in good shape at this point as they lead it 6-0.
Sure, and that's Kidney at the bottom of that tackle, right down around the ankles. Now Tottenville in good position to move in. Again, Tottenville has been known to score at least 24 points in each game, and now they're knocking at the door again on about the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Pirates in the dark jerseys. They lead 6-0. The handoff as an arrow. Jerry, who scored the game's lone touchdown thus far, brings it down to about the 22. Pickup of 4. Don Geisler, number 27, making the stop. 2 minutes 40 seconds unofficially remaining.
And if Tottenville stays on the ground, they can eat up most of that. Right now, New Dorp has to do something to get that ball back in a hurry.
And start moving. Lannister wide to the left, and second down right up the middle goes Ralph Guadalupe. And Guadalupe inside the 20. Chris Pedota, number 76, making the stop. A third down and just about one here for Tottenville. Coming up to the 2-minute mark now. John Pirro, the quarterback. Lannister wide to the left. And Pirro takes it himself, and he has the first down inside the 15. Big play right there. Randy Moshe, number 77, made the stop. But first down for Tottenville at about the 11-yard line. This ball game has been played primarily in New Dorp's end of the field. They've been unable to get out of it, and Tottenville has been in it. First and 10. The handoff right up the middle. Ralph Guadalupe. And Guadalupe inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. John Sartori made the stop.
And had John Sartori moved any other way but at the ankles, he would have been in the end zone. Good tackle, but fantastic blocking up front.
The youngsters from New Dorp, the defense has had a lot of work this afternoon. And they have been excellent in limiting Tottenville to just one touchdown. Let's see if they can hold them here. Number 35, Jerry Azanaro, had the first touchdown. Stopped short of the goal line. There, the New Dorp cheerleaders. They haven't given up. But things looking bleak right now for the Centrals. You gotta believe, it says.
They'll all be shooting the gap this time. New Dorp will.
Third down here. And that is it. Tottenville's drive ends on the 2-yard line. But they got enough. They got a touchdown from Jerry Azanaro in the opening minute of this fourth quarter. And they win a very important Staten Island contest from New Dorp. The final score here, New Dorp winning it by a score, that is Tottenville winning it by a score of 6-0. There, the New Dorp youngsters walking off the field, the Tottenville youngsters, and a great performance by both teams, Aubrey.
A real good defensive thrust. Both teams hitting in there well. Azanaro's lone score was the thing that kept them in the ball game and put them ahead. New Dorp is to be congratulated for hanging in there tough all day. Tottenville coming through with a real strong defensive inside running game. No outside running. Passing long, not looking for the short stuff. Most of it going overboard simply because the New Dorp was hanging in there tough in the middle. Again, New Dorp, the kind of team which hangs in there tough right in goal line, allowing only 6 points. But they were knocking at the door right at the end of the ball game. And so when you said the ball game was over, I started to say, and with 9 seconds left in the ball game, it's over.
It is over, and a great performance by John Drennan's Tottenville Pirates, but a lot of credit has to go to Sal Soma's New Dorp Centrals. Twice in the first half, and there's Sal, twice in the first half, they stopped Tottenville on goal-to-go situations, once from about the 2-yard line in the third quarter, a key pass play down to Glenister to the 2-yard line, and then Jerry Azanaro took it over on the second play of the fourth quarter to make it a 6-0 ball game.
Look at them out there on that field.
Yeah, they had themselves a good afternoon. The final score, a good morning actually. The final score once again, Tottenville 6. They are undefeated. They're 5-0. Tottenville 6 and New Dorp nothing. It has really been a pleasure to be here this morning in place of Marty Glickman, and we're hoping, Marty, you get back here quick, will you? I'll sit home and watch the next one on TV. It has been a kick. It has been just a joy to be here in Aubrey. Thank you very much.
It's a real pleasure working with you, Spence.
And final score again, Tottenville 6, New Dorp nothing. This is Spencer Ross for Marty Glickman along with Aubrey Lewis, and this has been high school football, the game of the week. Participating advertiser has been your Chrysler Plymouth dealer, the number 1. Our spotters this afternoon.